Have you ever taken a picture in front of a car you didn't own?
Oh, hell yes. Me and my girlfriend used to do that when we were like 22. We just like take a day and we post up in front of cars we didn't own. Mercedes, Lexus, whatever.
The names of your future children, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how we were rolling at the time. I mean, they could have come out there and wiped us up. You never know.
I got that dish, dish, dish. I got that dish. I got that dish. That dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And JR?
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing, JR?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm doing swell.
Swell.
Swell, like the bottle.
I have one of those.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
I've been at yoga class and like everyone has one. It's just like, really, guys?
It keeps your water cold.
A $50 bottle?
Well, I got mine for free from the restaurant I used to work at. It was in the Lost and Found, so.
Anyway, I've never used one, so I don't know how good they are.
They're pretty good.
They're worth it, the $50?
They're worth it. I mean, at the beginning, I feel like mine's losing its cool.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it's losing its cool a little bit. It doesn't keep my water as cold as it used to. So what have you been reading these days?
I'm reading a book that you left behind. I don't know if you left it behind on purpose for me to read or if you left it behind because it just happened to be in your bag, but I snagged it and I'm reading it because it's kind of like the theme of my apartment, you know, like the color-wise, color scheme-wise.
You're so ridiculous.
50 Shades of Grey. That's the book I'm reading right now. Ugh. And you ladies like to read some good material.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
We like
E.L. James?
The good.
E.L. James? Fire.
We like the good.
Like there's no reason this is a number 1 New York Times bestseller. Like I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
You get it now?
I'm enjoying it. I totally understand. Like it's a bender. It's a mind bender. It's like,
why don't we see if our guest today has read it?
We have a guest today.
We do have a guest today. Our cousin D is here. Hi, Dayna.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks.
Have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
I actually did. I read it right when it came out, so I think I've read the whole series, actually.
Yeah, I have the series.
Mm-hmm. See, I've been told I only have to read the first book and then I can just toss the rest away. I don't have to read them.
I feel like the books were good, but the movies are a toss away. Like you could watch the first movie and toss the rest away.
Well,
I haven't watched the movies. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I haven't seen them either, so I don't know.
I mean, you have to just be in private to watch the movies, I think. It's not a group activity. Let's just put it that way. Like I wouldn't, it's not a group activity.
Oh my God.
Nudity, violence, and coarse language. I'm just saying, views discussion is advised.
Well, anyway, I'm reading that this week. I haven't finished reading it. What else am I doing? I joined I don't know if I said I joined a kickball league, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I've got improv tonight, so I'm gonna take care of that. But what's going on with you before we get to Dayna? What's going on with you? Because I
introduced her super early. I just wanted to know if she'd read the book. Whatever. I just wanted to know. I was curious.
So what are you doing? And then we'll get to Dayna.
I'm volunteering. I've been volunteering with Youth Empowering Parents, which has been really cool. We're going to head out next week and give out some sponsorship kits and do all that. So that's been pretty fulfilling for me. And other than that, the Tuesdays has just been kind of turned upside down. Mental health day has been kind of turned upside down, it's been frustrating, but I've been dealing with it. It as best as I can. Because Dayna, just so you know, mental health day is like when I see my therapist, my psychiatrist, all that jive. So, but my therapist decided to have a baby.
So Onika's a bit selfish.
How dare she?
How dare she ruin my progress by having a baby? No, I'm super selfish when it comes to shit like that.
To everything.
To everything and everybody, I guess. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's terrible of me. But yeah, I'm trying to just fill in my time, you know. What have you been up to, Dayna?
Yeah, tell us about you. Who are you? Like, what relevance are you?
Who are you?
Like, what makes you special?
What makes me special?
Because I'm Dayna. That's what makes me special.
I'm me. I was born, I exist, I live.
Okay, I'll take that answer. I agree. So I guess we kind of wanted to kind of bring some of our own family on the podcast and kind of just shoot the shit. And because although podcast, I guess Onika, you the whole main focus of this podcast is to kind of embrace mental health through awareness, but also through the idea of just being able to do other things.
Yeah.
And not only be known as someone with a mental health condition.
Definitely.
So we bring family in today
just to talk,
just to chat,
just to have a chit chat.
Just chit chat. So, do you want to share any information about yourself? We can give you like an age range. We don't have to give you your exact age.
Well, no, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm 22.
I don't know what you're.
She's like,
you're
listen,
okay.
I'm 22. I'm proud
22.
of it.
Look at me. I'm 22.
Yeah.
You're 22, so you do what 22-year-olds do.
Exactly.
And that is pose in front of
pose
people's
like
cars.
pose in front of other, because Dayna, we seen the Insta.
I know.
We seen the
Someone
Insta.
was calling me out with that question.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see that was directed. That shot was aimed directly at you, because I haven't done that in years. Like, you won't see a 35-year-old woman post up in front of a Lexus.
No,
Or
I
like
bet
a
you would.
Mercedes.
I bet you would. I bet you would.
So that was a shot directly at you.
But I'm not mad because you were posted up in front of was it a Porsche? I think it was a Porsche.
I think it was a convertible.
Convertible Porsche. You don't even know what car it was.
I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
small and
It
it
was
pretty.
white. It looked
and
good, and I looked even better beside it. That was it.
That's all you need to know, people.
know.
That's all you need to know. But we wanted to talk today a little bit about gold diggers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying you're a gold digger, but you
ain't
don't mess
messing
it with no broke.
Like,
I mean, that ponytail you got on says, "Hey, I'm here," and
like, I'm here. Like, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
'Cause I'm saying something with this ponytail. Like,
yeah, I bought it. It's mine.
I bought it, so I own it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
I bought
Pretty
it, so I
much.
own it. So what do you own? That's what the vibe I get from you sometimes. What do they own
Yeah.
that you might want to participate in?
Like, do men have to have a certain be in a certain tax bracket to date you?
It depends. Like,
That was a leading question because the answer is yes.
yeah.
She's like, fine. Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
But I mean, like, okay, but now we've got that out of the way. Like, are you okay with dating a guy that's making like, $30K a year living his life, or does he have to? Like,
It depends on his age too. Like, if I'm talking to someone that's like older, then of course you can't be. If you're like, let's say 27 and above, and you're still like living on your mom's couch, you don't have anything going on, like that can happen. But
Okay.
if you're around my age, I'm not going to expect you to have your whole life together. That's not what I'm looking for. But like,
But your look, but based on the age, you're either looking for potential or looking for someone who's established.
yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
See, I love the fact that you two are two women in my life that like all the time is just real talk, even when it's mean.
Well, no, what's the point
But it's like-
of talking if you're 7 years older than me, you should be 7 years above me. You should be at the same level as me. Like, that doesn't make sense.
When I was your age, I was dating someone who didn't have a car, didn't have anything to his name really. He was like 23 or 24 at the time. And he should have had more as far as I'm concerned. But we had what we called bus love. Would you ever have bus love? Would you ever have public transit love? Because I had bus love. Like, I wasn't that girl.
I have hopped on the
wasn't-
TTC
I
very
was not that
recently to go
girl.
see someone. It's fine. Like,
Very recently.
very
like,
recently, like, and I won't do it again, but you got to experience a couple things once,
You're saying if he doesn't have a car, he has to send me home in an Uber or pick me up in an Uber.
Yeah, why not?
Send an Uber for you.
When you care about someone, don't you want to make their life easier? Why do you want me to sit on the bus for 50 minutes if I don't have to?
Ooh,
If you could see the way she said that, like with the eyes and everything, it
with
was
the
like
utmost seriousness.
it was-
Like, I'm very serious
like,
right now about this.
like you care about me. Why would you want me to sit on the bus for 45 minutes? Like, send an Uber. I'll be there in 15.
Yeah. Like, don't you want to see me sooner? Like, come on.
Wow.
Oh my God. Is this
So
how
where did-
women are thinking?
No, but like
right now?
where? Because now I want to know is like, because Onika, you have some gold digging tendencies.
I do not. What are you talking
Whatever.
about?
Fine. We'll ignore it. Fine.
Please-
You don't.
please,
Fine.
give me a
fine,
break.
Fine. You don't.
I'm
Fine,
the quintessential.
Fine. But anyway, Dayna, you have some gold digging tendencies, which is cool. It's no big deal. Where did you learn them? Where did they come from?
I don't know. You just have to have expectations, because if you don't have any, then as you said, you might be stuck in some bus love until you're 50. And
Thank you.
So is it
do you
safe,
want that?
so is it
Like,
safe to say like gold digging is it brings the best out of men? Can I make that argument?
It makes men work harder
yeah.
to get women.
Yeah, well, they should be in the first place.
It should be working.
Yeah.
Last guy I dated was a pizza guy. Like, how are you telling me that I'm a gold digger?
Now you were dating him?
I wasn't dating him, but like, whatever. I slept with him, but like, he was a pizza guy. And the thing is, I slept with him, and he was a pizza guy. Like, come on.
No.
Obviously, I'm not a gold digger. What gold was I digging for? Pepperoni? Like, what
Mozzarella.
Do you mean?
That
was I digging
cheese.
for that mozzarella? That good mozzarella? Like, come on. Give me a break. Like,
No, here's my perspective on it. If you're trying to like spend time with someone or like it's a relationship, you want it to, get better over time. So if you're with someone that just, wants to deliver pizza for the next 15 years, but you don't want that life, then what's the point?
yeah.
Then it's not permanent. So
Okay, but what happens now if I have the same situation? Okay, I'm a pizza guy, but I have a child.
Oh, he did have a child too.
And my pizza job allows me to cook my child breakfast every morning, take my child to school, pick my child up at lunch and give them a lunch, bring them home from school at the end of the day, and make them I guess start them off with help them with their homework, and then go to my pizza job and deliver pizzas all night. I'm there to support my child. So how there now can be a pizza guy be it something negative?
well, will that support us throughout the whole entire life? Like if we have another kid, is
my
it going to
gosh.
support me then? Probably not.
Were you an economics major?
No.
No, but I have to agree with you.
Yeah, so
on
like why
this
am I going to
one.
waste
Don't
my
pay the
time?
bills.
But
Pizza
listen,
don't pay the bills.
I have very high goals for my life, so someone has to match that. I don't want to take on another child and my husband. I don't want to be paying the bills for us both. Like you have to be able to just support yourself and me.
I agree 100%.
And me, obviously.
But I'll also be able to support myself at some point.
your money is my money, and
Yeah.
my money
Is
is
my
my
money.
money.
You know what's
Why
funny?
is that hard to understand?
Being someone who was married, that was pretty much, there was a brief period of time where I think we were making about the same amount of money, and I was spending all my money on the household goods and all that stuff, and she had the ability to save her money. So it really was like, what's my money is ours, and
Yeah.
what's hers is hers. Like it actually,
Exactly.
it actually happens like that sometimes.
Yeah,
That's
and
hilarious.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a common goal and you're I don't know, saving for it, who knows? But as a man, am I allowed to be a gold digger?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course.
So I'm allowed to, date women just for money, or be with women, like just, sling my
I
slong
wouldn't
around
say
for
you're
money.
allowed to just date women for money, but I'd say you're allowed to not be with women because they don't have money. Like you can say, I don't want you because you don't have shit going on. But I wouldn't say you can go out and be like, oh, I only want you because you can buy me this or you can buy me that. That's
But
like,
isn't that the definition of a gold digger, though? Like
Yeah.
that you could buy me things, you could do nice things for me, you could take me on vacations and buy me
Yeah.
Coach bags and all that stuff.
I think that
Isn't
it, like, if
a
you-
part of being a gold digger.
But
yeah.
it's sometimes I think it also could be we want different things, like not historically, but biologically. I think that's the word I'm going for. Women are nurture
Biologically, yeah.
biologically, so nurture and
Nesters.
Nesters. That's what I was looking for. And men are the hunter gatherer protector.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. In some cases, like for me, like if I'm spending money, it doesn't really mean anything to me because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna make more. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and make more.
Like if you had a woman paying for everything for you and everywhere you went, wouldn't it kind of feel a little emasculating? I think it would.
As a man, would you not
yeah.
feel a bit emasculated?
See, okay. There was a period of time where when I was married, before we were married, where my ex-wife made more money than I did. That didn't make me feel emasculated in any way, shape, or form.
Your money was still your money. Like in this situation, we're talking about like you're going out with a woman. Let's say she's a little bit older than you. Let's call her a cougar or whatever. Let's just say she's older. She's more established. She has a lot of money and she spends it on you freely. She'll take you shopping. She'll take you on trips. Like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger other than lifting your what.
Well, then, as long as my what continues to work on call, then I think they should be fine. We're exchanging something.
Would you feel emasculated? Because women don't have to worry about stuff like that. It's kind of, I feel like gold digging women, they have, like you said, Dayna, expectations. They expect certain things from the men that they're, gold digging from. But with men, I feel it could be a little bit different. Eventually it kind of it might lose its luster. And now you find yourself in a situation where a woman's wearing the pants and you're wearing the skirt.
I don't think I wear skirts. They don't look good on me. So even if she decides to wear a pair of pants, I'm still wearing a pair of pants.
You're still wearing a pair of pants.
I'm still wearing a pair of pants. I mean, they might be shorts, but they're still pants. I don't know, because I look at it from the lens of I don't think I could be a gold digger, but in theory, I like to think that I could be. Like, I would like to think that I could be showered with gifts by a woman.
You couldn't. I don't think you can handle that life.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
Think you can handle that life.
Yeah, but I would love to think I can.
My boo, Jersey, he can handle that life. He is a gold digger. I love him. I adore him. But he is a gold digger. So he can handle that, like, women showering him with shit all the time and just taking it kind of lifestyle without, like, thinking about it and worrying about it. I think he's kind of a gigolo that way. I love you, baby, but you're kind of a gigolo that way. So I could see someone like that. But you, JR? You're too... maybe proud is the word I'm looking for.
Whoa, proud? I don't like that word proud. I am proud, but I'm
that's
not like that
a good thing.
word.
I think that's a good thing.
That's a good. You have certain standards that you set for yourself that you wouldn't necessarily let a woman, dissuade you from. I think you're more of a proud man than I think some men would be in that situation.
But I don't think having a woman spend money on me makes me less proud.
I don't think it's spending money, but like if you let them do everything financial, that's what it would be. That's like,
I
really?
guess. Yeah. Okay, so is there ever a situation where gold digging is necessary?
Necessary how?
Like, you got 2 kids and
obviously then. If you got bills to pay and you don't got any other talents, but you can open your legs and go for it.
So it's like you it's okay. It's not that it's okay, but women do that.
Yeah, like there's lots of men in the world that just have an excess amount of money in their pockets and they just want to give it to people. So why not receive it?
Dayna,
if it's there, like, if you see $20 on the ground, are you gonna pick it up or keep walking?
Okay, so I know.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, JR?
What am I gonna do?
You're gonna pick it up.
You're gonna pick it up.
No. Here's the thing.
You're not gonna look back.
If I see a $20 bill on the ground, I'm not picking it up. The reason why I'm not picking it up is because
why are you lying?
I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid as shit. So I'm thinking it's some sort of just for laughs thing, or it's there's some sort of camera around there, and someone's doing something.
You're gonna bend down, it's gonna disappear.
Yeah. I'm not about that life. Look here, keep your $20. Keep your $20. Like, I'm okay with that.
No,
okay, so $100 bill. So the stakes got to be higher for you then. That's what you're saying.
Wow.
She said, I'm worth more than $20. Come on.
Yes,
you need to use a better example
now
for me.
you're thinking like a gold digger.
Yeah.
Brown bills only.
Brown bills.
Oh my goodness. So I noticed that you are I guess I want to put it out there. You're in your last year of university.
Yeah.
But I noticed that you take a lot of trips. And I know that when I was your age and I was taking trips, it used to cost me a little bit of money to take those trips.
Yeah.
But the girls I was traveling with somehow always managed to never spend any money whatsoever. So now I'm curious to know that, we're about, I think, 9-10 years apart. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to know how are you going on those trips? Is there a gentleman that's involved in these trips? To get you there?
No, not to get me there. I pay for my own way to get there, and I pay for where I stay. But when I get there, I don't spend money. Like, that's it. It stops when I get there.
So you're like, I'm a 22-year-old. I'm pretty. I'm not paying for anything.
Yeah,
because she is gorgeous, guys. She's a mulatto. She's mixed.
Oh yeah. Dayna's the cousin.
What is it? Japanese. What was the mix?
A little bit of Caucasian.
Little Caucasian, a little bit of black. She's a mixed breed. So, you know, she's got that. She don't need the ponytail, but she wears the ponytail. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she wears it.
Dayna's the cousin last year when I was like, I need a hot girl in an caravan outfit in 12 hours. Dayna came through in the clutch.
She was the one you.
She's
It was
like-
actually like 6 a.m. You said, what friend can you bring within 2 hours? I said, I got this.
I got this. But the thing is, at your age, at 22, like I knew my friends were doing what you do, but
Yeah.
I never did it.
Yeah.
I was, and JR said something to me the other day, kind of funny. I'm an independent. I consider myself a very like independent woman, but I don't talk about it a lot. Like, I don't say I'm independent a lot. So I knew my girlfriends would go on these trips and they would not spend any money when they were there, but I couldn't fathom the thought of how they were doing it. Like, I was so out of the loop that
It's not hard.
like, I was out of the loop.
I promise you, I literally just walk down the street. Someone will say, do you want to go for dinner? And that's it. That's
But
as
you don't-
far as it goes.
I know what kind of person you are. So you don't feel obligated when these gentlemen take you out to dinner?
No, you asked me to go to eat. You didn't ask me for anything else. So that's it. It's on you.
And how do you handle situation? Have you ever been in a situation where things have kind of taken a turn left?
Yeah, but actually, I don't know if I ever let it get that far. Like, and you never do these things alone either. Like, it's a lot harder for people to have those kind of expectations when you're with someone else consistently. Like, if you don't give them any alone time, then how does that like get anywhere? You know?
So always have a buddy.
Yeah.
Always have a
And
buddy.
I noticed that you always travel with one of your
Yeah.
girls. Like,
Yeah,
no matter
exactly.
what, you're always
Yeah.
going with one of your girls. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's like you're going into this like, if some dude wants to spend his money on me, go ahead, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm here with my girl, and
I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
You asked me.
You asked
You
me.
said you want to go get something to eat. Sure, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. And when you're done, we're done eating. I'm gonna
Have you
go
ever
about my
starved?
business.
Have you ever starved? Have you ever been like starving and you just like the first guy that approaches you, you're like,
Yes,
you
let's
ain't
go.
cute, but like I'm hungry.
No, we're not
I'm
desperate.
hungry.
We're not desperate. You got to keep standards still. You know, it's not just
have you ever just
anyone.
like starving, Dayna? Though, like you're just starving. Like
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
I think they're more thirsty than starving.
a little bit more thirsty than
little
starving.
parched.
Actually, that's when it gets difficult. When like guys buy you drinks in the club, then they just think they own you for the rest of the night. That's the worst one. Like if I go like food and stuff, that never really gets too crazy. But
Yeah.
like it's more so in the club. Like, hey, let me buy you a drink, and then okay, so I bought you this $10 drink, and now they think like.
See, I had the opposite problem when I was like DJing in the club. I'm in the booth and there's a bottle. I don't drink that much.
Yeah.
So it's like, you want a drink? And okay. And here you go. And you don't owe me anything. I didn't pay for it. It's just here. Have a good time.
Well, that's because you have a normal mindset. You know, not everyone thinks like that. There
Not
are
everyone- there's some
so
Neanderthals
many.
out there.
No,
yeah.
but you know what I think? You know what I think it is? I think it's like men that are able to attract women or, and for lack of better words, get laid, are different than guys that
Yeah, that has to be it. Yeah.
don't have it happen very
Yeah.
often. Because I know, like, when I was 22, like, I was getting laid quite regularly, I guess.
Oh, you are a slut.
No,
let's just be honest
let's
with each
not call
other.
me. Let's not put
You're
let's
like,
not put
let's
labels.
not slut shame me.
Let's not slut shame
Don't
me and put
slut
labels on
shame me.
it. On labels on things. But
Whatever.
you know,
you got around.
those are your words, not mine. But I don't even know where I was going with this now because you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was like, the way you were saying it, though, you're like, when I was 22, you know, I just kind of like
Casually, just you know.
casually did a little
Slipped
this
and fell a
little
couple
of that,
times.
Slipped
you
and
know.
fell. Slipped and fell. You know, made some mistakes. Made some bad decisions.
No, like I've
But,
had guys buy me like a $6 drink, and then they just follow me around for the whole rest of the night. Like, there's a lot of
Oh, I
times
get-
where
I
they
know where
think
I
they
was
buy
going
you
with
a
this.
drink, and now like they own you. Like,
So
they're-
guys that get laid don't have that type of
Yeah.
aggression. I feel like.
yeah,
As opposed to guys that aren't getting laid are kind of like, I'm out here. The whole purpose of me going out tonight is to get laid, is to meet girls, and that's my goal tonight. You know, whereas I found with me personally, it's better to just go live your life.
yeah,
And it just you never know, things will show up at your door. They'll show up right in front of you. Like, you never know. You'll turn around. You'll bump into somebody. Like, it's just live your life. And when you're living your life, serving your purpose, you
Just live your best life.
Live your best life. But when it comes to gold digging, do you think that women are gold diggers because they don't want to be educated and help themselves?
No, I don't think that's it. I think that men a lot of times expect something from women in the first place. Like, if you're going into a club, right? Guys aren't in there looking for a wife. So when I go into a club, I know that you're not looking to marry me. So why would I look for anything other than like a dollar sign above your head? Like, you don't want to talk to me tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So I'm not going to take you seriously either. If you have a goal, then I'm going to have one too. And it's going to be to empty your pockets for the night. So
you can't find love in the club.
Not really. No, I don't think so.
No, who does that?
No.
Who does that? Why? Go to a library. Go to like a bus station or something, or an airport. Like,
I
don't
have
try to find love in
never
the club.
talked to a guy that said, I'm going to the club tonight to find my girlfriend. I'm going to find my wife. Let's do it. Like, no, it's I'm going to the club to get some kitty. Like, that's it. Like,
Get some kitty.
Get some
Like,
kitty.
Kitty cat.
Kitty
yeah.
cat.
So if you see me and all you think is meow, then I see you and I think ka-ching. Like, that's it.
So it's okay. The transaction's okay then, because
Yeah.
you're like, okay, you know what, dude, you're here to spend your money and get laid, and I'm here to get laid and take your money.
Yeah, maybe not the get laid one, because sometimes, you don't have to follow through with that one, but
No, try.
No means
You
no.
don't have to follow through.
You're like, no.
don't have to follow
I can
through.
say no at any time.
Yeah.
Consent.
Yeah.
It's real.
Unless it's like a clear, like, I'm buying you this drink, so now you have to sleep with me. Unless that was established from the beginning, like, then
Can
no.
you do that?
I mean, go ahead and try it. No one's done it with me, but go ahead and make it clear
I'm
and
not
say,
going to a club,
this
but-
drink means you go home with me.
Wow.
Try it.
Try it.
It wouldn't work on me. I know that for sure. Like, no, I'm sorry. I don't need your drink. I have money in my pocket. I'll buy my own drink. Thank you very much. You probably roofied that. See you later. Like,
Wow.
yeah, me too. So whatever. Don't even try that with me.
So, I guess I touched on like the question on whether or not gold digging and education are connected.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're an educated young woman. You went to my alma mater. Shout out to Carleton.
Yeah,
Shout out to Carlton U. You're just jealous because you didn't go.
Ravens.
Anyways, obviously the Ravens. Hey y'all. Yeah, so you're an educated young woman, and yet still, you're involved in these things. But we want to talk about like just you and the last 4 years of your life. Like, what have those been like at Carleton?
Nothing too interesting, to be honest. School was school.
So you're just up there, just living your best life in school and doing your stuff. You're doing your time and you're getting out.
Yeah. I keep my school life as my school life a lot of the time, and when I go out of the country or back home, that's when things get more interesting.
Okay, so let's shift away from the gold digging bottom half of the anatomy, and
Let's focus on the brain.
let's move up to the topper half of the anatomy. now.
I do think
The
there's a
topper
lot of like
half.
sugar babies and stuff that are like university graduates, college grads, or in school, or having
absolutely.
them to
Like
pay
strippers.
for school and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like
strippers.
So
Yeah, there's no
I
problem.
don't know. Yeah.
No problem. Do what you got to do. I mean, I'm okay with my child's pediatrician being a former stripper. I'm okay with that. I have no problems. But when it comes to education, do you feel that like, I know you would message me a couple days ago saying you're looking for a job.
Yeah.
Do you find that your education is helpful in finding a job right now?
Not really. I don't think that it's not helpful. I don't think that it's enough because, like, for instance, I just did an interview and it was for a serving position, and she mandatorily wanted me to have like a university degree. And I'm
For
like,
a serving position?
Yeah, like it was something she was specifically looking for that position. She wanted someone that was educated, and I was like, but this is a serving job. Like, it was at Swiss Chalet, like
Swiss Chalet
wants a degree.
yeah, a degree. So it had me thinking, like, if I'm going to jobs at Swiss Chalet and she's asking me for a degree, then what does like
The rest of the world.
What does the
vote
rest
for
of the
you.
world want from me?
Time
you know,
out, time
like
out, time out. You went to a place that serves rotisserie
chicken, man. Yep. And they wanted my
with
university
the best
degree.
fries on the face of the earth next to
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
And they wanted a university degree for you to say, would you like chicken sauce with your chicken,
Yeah.
or would you like ribs?
Chalet sauce.
Chalet
Ooh,
sauce.
And you corrected me.
You like?
What?
Well, I
she's
got the
like,
job,
girl.
so.
I know you.
What?
I know what it is. Like
chalet?
chalet sauce.
You can get that stuff at Costco, so it ain't nothing now. Or maybe like the grocery store, I think. One of the two.
Yeah.
So you find that the requirements or the barrier to entry in a lot of jobs now is a university degree. What does
Yeah.
that do for you mentally? Like you're thinking, wait, I put in all this time to learn all these concepts, to do this reading of.
But it's not even
These texts.
just a university degree that anyone asks for. Like you would think that would be enough, but I'm trying to get into like maybe like government jobs or something just more permanent and consistent, like a 9 to 5.
Along the lines of your
yeah,
your
along
education.
the lines of my degree. So I'm looking for things, and everything is like 3 to 5 years experience. But how do you have that if like the entry level, the junior position jobs are 3 to 5 years experience?
It's one of those.
So-
It's interesting things that it's always been like that, and
Yeah.
everyone has to find their way of getting in. So for me, when I was doing that, it was along the lines of I ended up having my program required a co-op job.
Yeah.
So I got a co-op job, and at the end of the co-op job, they offered me a position, and they paid me next to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I took it, buckled
Just to get
down,
that experience.
and then I did it, and then fast forward a year, I got a little promotion there. It wasn't a lot of money, but then fast forward another year, and I was gone. I was out of
Yeah.
there. You know, so sometimes I guess it comes down to making that sacrifice, you know, of taking that job that pays next to nothing.
Yeah, well, the one I just applied to is like 3 to 5 years experience, and they want to pay $16 an hour, and it's
What?
like,
Wow.
Wow.
and that's what everything is like. And then the ones that are like anything I've noticed that is above like 18, they want 7+ years. So it doesn't add up, and obviously the expectations are unrealistic. And I bet you anyone that goes to those jobs, they just lie. And that's what you're going to get. Like, you're just going to get people. It's just going to be a competition of who can tell the best story and get hired. And
Last week's book, whoever tells the best story wins.
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be. Like,
Yeah.
So how are you finding it? Because Jared was just asking, like, mentally, how are you finding, like, dealing with all of this, like looking for these jobs, finding that they're saying you need 2 to 3 years experience. Like you did your time, you put in your time, you put in the work, and now they're telling you that that's not enough. Like, what does that feel like for you?
well, it just have to keep trying until, you know, I get something. I don't know. It's a little discouraging, I would say. It almost makes it feel like there was no point in even getting the degree because it doesn't really mean as much, you know? Like,
Because you could have gone out of high school, put the work in, and you
Yeah.
have 3 or 4 years.
exactly.
experience
Like,
by
I
now.
could have just came out and worked and learned everything. And
See, the thing about that is, it seems like that at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but you get to a point around the 8 to 10 year mark once you've exited school where, like, if you're in the corporate environment, salaries shift, and there's a huge shift. You're going from people that go down along the lines of, you know, that 60, 80, max out at 90, and then you have the people that go 60, 90, 120, 200, you know.
That's
300.
when the degree matters.
That's when the
Yeah.
degree matters, because I'm looking at
Yeah.
myself now, and I'm looking at, okay, I'm 10 years out.
and I know that's why you need the degree is to get like
Right.
the promotions, or
Yeah,
else
'cause,
you
like-
only reach a certain point, right?
Because, like, right now, when
without it.
I freelance, I command a certain amount of money, and it's because of my education and,
Yeah.
and my experiences. So I mean, it's sometimes it's not, you don't want to be too discouraged.
Yeah.
Because everyone has
That's definitely
to.
where it'll come in handy. Yeah.
Because everyone has to go through it. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you talk to your parents about it, you know, your dad would be like, "Yeah, I had to deal with that bullshit before, and now today it's a bit better." And
Yeah, I remember I had one teacher tell me, and she was not the smartest crayon in the box, but she was saying that you could use your, you know, college or university experience as experience, depending on what you did during the course of those couple of years,
Yeah.
and what kind of courses you took that might be related to the job that you're willing to do, and that could count as your 2 to 3 or 4 years experience. It can count towards it, so that's just something to think about.
that's been super helpful for me in technology.
That was like the smartest thing she said to me. So
Yeah.
just so we're aware.
Like, I'm not sure how it works in your field, but I know in my field in technology, the things I was studying in school like 10 years ago are now the things that are coming out into, you know, the general public today. So I have a little bit of an edge on a lot of the technologies that are right now. So that's kind of another way you kind of use your education to your benefit.
And so, like, your education is more like, what do you have what are you graduating with?
Major in communication and media studies. And
Okay, so it's soft. It's soft like me. Like, history was soft. Like, so
you're right now. We're in media. So what are you talking?
we're doing media right now, but it's one of those soft ones that you can kind of like somehow skirt your way around when you need to.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's
very applicable
skills.
to
So, yeah,
a lot of things. Yeah,
it's applicable to a lot of things, and that's really good. But I mean, knowing what you know now after the 4 years you spent like working your ass, busting your ass to get the degree, would you do it again? Like, without parental pressure, without societal pressure, without all of that? Like, if you knew today, like if you knew what you know today 4 years in the past, would you still go after that degree, go after that piece of paper?
no way. No.
See, it's interesting that you say that. I would have said the same thing right around like the completion.
That
mark.
age.
But bouncing to the 10-year mark, I am so happy. Like it's not even a joke.
Yeah, I don't think because realistically, my degree, I'm just gonna have it. It doesn't really fit into my actual life goals. It was just something I did to have, you know?
Yeah.
So now that I've gone through it, I could have just
Like most art students, like something I did to have.
Exactly. You know, like now that I've done it, I realized I could have just done my original plans and probably been a lot farther in what I actually want to do, you know? So.
And we've got Google and we've got Netflix and we've got all these different methods of learning now that are taking over, it feels like, you know, especially in your field, technology.
So do
you know,
you feel
people
that,
are.
So do you feel that there's better ways of learning than just the traditional method of let's say post-secondary institutions?
Yeah, by far. And I don't even think that post-secondary could really define how much of an education you have, because the grades don't really say anything about what you've learned or what you didn't learn. You could just be going to school and you read and you forget it the next day. You can get straight A's, but it doesn't mean you actually know the information. Maybe it just means you have a good memory at that time that you took the test. So it doesn't really say anything about your actual like knowledge or how smart you are or how good you are at doing things. Or you could be a straight A student and have absolutely no social skills. Like,
that's true.
It doesn't really mean that much. Like,
yeah, I remember getting a C in a class, and to this day, that class that I got the C in, firewall class with Professor Raymond Chan.
He remembers it. That's
everything.
how much it burns.
Like it was like it was the worst class,
burn.
but to this day, it was the most informative class that I ever took. It's one of the classes that comes up the most in when I'm out in industry. Even though I got a C in it, I remember everything from that class, like everything. Like another classes that I got A's in, it's like what?
Yeah.
I don't even know that stuff. Like forget that. So I guess
And we're just seeing more and more people, like whether they're intellectuals or they're not intellectuals, we see more and more people becoming successful without that degree. Like people will talk about people like, you know, the Mark Zuckerbergers of the world, and like they're becoming more successful without those. They're the exception. They're the exception to the rule.
They're the exception. They're the
the
exception
exception to the rule, right? But young people are looking at people like this that are finding success straight out of high school or creating an app or whatever it is that they're doing, and they're thinking to themselves, do we need formal education anymore? Is it necessary to have formal education?
Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook, right? How many people did he hire underneath him, and how many of them have degrees or postgraduate degrees? So you can either be the one with the degrees, you can hire people with the degrees, but
someone's got to got a degree.
Someone's got a degree.
Someone's
got to have them, right?
Someone's got to have the degree.
Because it's how we measure.
You can't function.
It's how we measure knowledge.
Yeah.
Aptitude to some degree, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Ah.
But this has been an enlightening conversation about gold diggers and education. Two diametrically different topics. But Dayna was able to discuss both of them, and I appreciate you, Dayna, for doing that with us. If you guys want to get a hold of us and tell us your stories about gold digging why you're for it, why you're against it, or formal education, why you're for it, why you're against it. JR, tell them how they can reach us. But before you do that, Dayna, if anyone wants to say hi to you, how can they reach you?
Am I putting myself out there? Like,
You don't have to.
You don't have to. They can send us an email. They can send us an
You're
email.
good? Okay, so
yeah,
You're
I'm
good?
good.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, never mind. I
Yeah,
am vetoing that question.
Wait. If your bank account's nice, at Dayna. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Whoa, if your bank account is
You got that
nice.
fat bank account.
You got that fat bank account?
My Insta is.
Yeah, just DM me and make sure you have a screenshot of your bank account.
Yeah,
Please.
Checking
with
and
the
savings.
receipts. Thank you.
With
Receipts.
With receipts. No, you can reach us. You can reach out to Dayna. You can reach out to Onika. You can reach out to myself at dysh, dysh, at daintydysh.com. That's DAINTY, dysh.com. You can also check out Onika on Instagram at Best of Onika. You can check me out on Instagram at Best of JR. Onika, what's going on your website right now?
We've got some poetry, some blogs, and some journal entries for you guys to read. Super interesting stuff. I suggest you read it.
I suggest you read it.
I suggest you read it because I said so.
It's food for thought.
Yeah. 'Cause I said
So yeah, you can check that out at onikadainty.com. So if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
Give us a 5. You deserve a 5.
thank you. We truly appreciate it. Please subscribe. Leave us some feedback. We thank you so much for listening. If you're listening to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, or any other platform, we thank you so much. Please subscribe. Leave us some feedback. We will definitely respond. Dayna, I want to thank you so much for coming on today.
It was great.
Cousin Dayna.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy that you were able to put your phone down for however long this podcast was.
Yeah,
I
she's a
don't know,
millennial, true
I
millennial.
don't
She
know
has
how
it in her
long,
hand right now.
but it's been picked up now. Like it's back in her hand now. But anyway, that's it for me. Onika, what's up?
What's up?
Or are you gonna end it? Like,
Oh, I guess I can.
I don't do the last word here.
No, I always have the last laugh. So, with that said, that has been the dish of the day. And I hope you guys have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.